Hi, good evening, everyone. Welcome to our Monday night team call. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Susie, of course. I just wanted to share something really quickly today, a short little video that I've watched in one of our Super Saturdays. So let me just try to share my screen. I thought it would be a good one for today. Can you guys see my screen?
Yes.
Okay. I love that one.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah. Did you guys get anything out of that? What was your favorite part of that?
Well, I saw it at a good time because I feel like that I get like a burst of things and then nothing happens for a while. And I feel like nothing's happening, but it is because, I'm still talking to people, I'm still posting, and then someone will reach out that I didn't even talk to about this. So that reminds me that something is happening with the network, and people are thinking about it, even if they're not reaching out right away.
What's so funny is for me, I've been in Isogenics for 6 years. I don't know, Diane, if you know my story, but most of everybody else does. But people think it's an overnight success, but it's like seeds planting, 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 planting. And then all of a sudden, you'll see things happen just like that bamboo tree, right? It's just simply amazing what can happen. The only way to fail really is to quit. And there's no option for me, at least, I'm not quitting. And so I just wanted to really open up the call. I thought that was a cute little video because it was really short. Mary, you just missed the video, but I'll post it in the team, the call. But really, I mean, what I've learned, and I just went to University in Action. For those of you who don't know, David Wood is an amazing trainer. It's not just the fundamentals of Isogenics, but it's a lot of personal growth and development. So I suggest to you guys, if you haven't gotten your ticket already, for next April, he's going to be in Philadelphia, which is in driving distance for all of us, that we should just like pack up the car and go, because it's probably one of the most amazing events that I've attended in Isogenics. This is my second one, and I come out of there 10 feet tall and bulletproof. And some of the things that he teaches us there, it's just planting seeds, and you get to hear the numbers of some of the millionaires that are sitting amongst you, and you don't even realize it. Like the person you're doing an exercise with is one of the millionaires in Isogenics, right? And you're like, oh my God, I didn't even know that this person was successful. Because they're in the trenches learning just like you are. They're no different than we are. We're all doing the same thing. The only thing is that they've had way more conversations than we have. And it's so funny because, when we say, make a list of people, we go through the list and we go through 1 through 10, and then we're like, okay, I called everybody and nobody's interested, right? But it takes more than 10 phone calls. You have to hear some of these people made 5,000, 6,000, 10,000 conversations to find 15 good people. So are we willing to do what it takes, like that video said, and keep going despite thinking that, because everybody is like maybe 1 second away from maybe saying, this is it, I can't do this anymore, nothing is happening for me, is this a reality? And then tomorrow you could have talked to the next best person that might be ready, right? I mean, does that make sense? That's why for me, it's just like, it's not an option. I'm not quitting. I'm blinders on. I keep going. We all have dips and valleys. Life happens to all of us, but it's just like that constant consistency to keep going. So I wanted to open it up for anybody who, maybe has been having something that they want to share that's been working for them, because, we need that, or maybe something that you need help on that I can help you guys with. You have my attention. So I love Mara's face.
That was a great reminder, of course, about the cultivation, cultivating the seeds, constantly planting them, communicating, not giving up. I've been in a lot longer than you, Susie. And I mean, I'm never going to give up. I don't always, obviously, work as hard as I should, or put into place the things that need to be done. So this was a fabulous video because it is so short. Boy, you could just see that over and over and over. And that's what I need personally, to really see those reminders and short lessons.
My suggestion to you, Annette, don't look back. Just keep going forward. I mean, that's why when we drive our car, the windshield is so much bigger than the rear view mirror. Because if we kept looking back, we would be stuck in that place. You really need to just keep going forward. I mean, that's just my suggestion to you, because there's so many times that we dwell in the past, and that can put us in a bad place, right? And we can get stuck in a rut with anything, not just with this, but with life in general. So keeping yourself in a positive place and surround yourself around positive people, coming into a call like this where you can surround yourself with like-minded people who are excited and ready. That's why if you have something that's great going for you, share it so that other people can feel your energy, and then, we can do it together.
Thank you. Yep.
Mara, you want to share something?
Yeah, I'm trying to move it. I feel like it's dark. You can't see me.
No, we can see you.
Oh, okay. Hi. I'm so sorry I was late. I was just putting the girls down. It's so much easier if they're sleeping. But I find that it's easier when I come from a place of plan B. Like, I feel like everybody needs this. It's not about, do they want to shake? Do they want to lose weight? Do they want to get healthy and strong? It's that they need this because it happened to me. You know, what I built in my first 6 months helped me get paid so that I can stay home for my pregnancy. My second pregnancy was just as bad as my first, and I got paid every Monday. And I was doing my calls whenever I felt okay, and I did a 3-way with Sonia when I felt okay. Like, I was still able to squeeze it in even though I was sick. But every Monday I got paid, and my maternity, there is no maternity. We don't have that. So my sick days were done. My vacation time was done. My short-term disability, all done. And I was still only 6 months pregnant. And I got a call from HR from my job, and they said, when are you coming back? And I said, I haven't even given birth yet. Like, I'm so sick and I'm on bed rest. I can't move. I don't know. I'm not coming back. And they told me that they're very sorry, but they can't hold my position. You know?
What did you do, Mara, for those who don't know?
Oh, I was a nurse in the operating room. So I was working hellish hours. I was on call. I was doing doubles. I was on the weekends, holidays, you name it. We were short-staffed and I was working. And if I didn't do something, I was going to miss my kids. I was going to be always working and stuck there, and I wouldn't be able to get home on time, you know. So I knew I had to do something. And I said, there has to be a better way. And just like, you know, Lynn Hagedorn says, and Lisa, we did everything right. We went to school, or we got a great job. Whatever it is that you did, it's still not enough. You know, I was a nurse, and I'm never going to be a millionaire doing that, because I'm going to be working till I die, and I'm still going to be barely getting a pension to where I can live when I'm older. And that's why you need this. So when you talk to somebody, when you tell them something like that, maybe they don't sign up right away, but they go home and they marinate that. Okay. So I find for me that's been working a little better. I've been getting a little more attention that way. You know, maybe they're not ready to sign up, you know, but notice I didn't say anything about a shake. I didn't say anything about a cleanse. I just say, do you have a plan B? What are you going to do if you lose your job? You know, because that's what happened to me. And even though I'm still the little guy, that was helpful to make, you know, a few cycles every Monday and still know that I could buy clothes and diapers for my baby, you know, like that's rewarding, you know, as a new mom, you know. And I'm fortunate, you know, I'm grateful, you know, my husband is able to take care of everything, but that's not the point. You know, a woman still needs her own paycheck, even, you know, if it's a little one, it's okay.
Listen, 4 or 5 cycles is not a little check. Some people would dream to have 4 or 5 cycles a week, right, guys?
That's right. So that's what I was getting, and that, you know, that made me happy, and that's why, you know, I've had my setbacks, because like you just said, that's life and that's part of it. But, you know, now I'm better, and now I'm ready to really push. And you know, you just have, that's part of my story. That's okay, you know? So I'm still struggling with strangers. I'm getting better. But
you know why? Because when we grew up, our parents said, don't talk to strangers. Don't talk to strangers. Yeah. So now we're like, I don't want to talk to strangers.
I know. It's like, that's what I'm working on now, and I've gotten so much better. And so that's why I also needed this program. It's also for me. I mean, I was so timid and quiet all the time, and now I'm like,
you quiet? That's hard to believe.
Exactly. See?
That's too funny. You know what? When I first started Isagenix, I didn't even know what the products were, to be honest with you. I started with the vision of the business, and I knew my vision, knowing going in what this was about, because I knew Lisa and I knew where she was headed, and I was going to head in the same direction that she was. And pretty much that's what I painted for everyone that I spoke to. was where I was going, how we were getting there, and how fast we were going to do it. And blinders on, I didn't care no matter what, I was taking them with me. If you paint that picture, if you know where you're headed and you have that inside of you and people feel your posture, they feel your vibration, you're unstoppable. No one can stop you. And you can't say the wrong thing to the right person, because when somebody's ready, they're going to hear you. And I was that person that was ready. I didn't care if it was poison, I was going to do it because I knew where Lisa DeMeo was going, and my family financially needed this vehicle. And look where I am now. And it's not just by chance, it takes work, but it's consistent activity. You got to keep going through the, valleys and the whatever happens. My father's calling me. Jeez, I just came from Tom's River. He never gets enough. I've been with him all day. See what I'm saying? It's just a real life thing, right? So, I mean, this is what this opportunity has afforded me, the financial freedom and the time freedom to be able to go to Tom's River and be with him and go with him to the doctors. Because if I had a regular job, I wouldn't be able to ask my boss for time off every single time I needed to do something, right? And that to me is worth more than money itself. I mean, don't you guys agree? Like, really, I don't know if you've ever had a sick family member, sick parent, or, but that to me, being able to take the time off is worth more than money. The money helps because I feel like I'm in a place where I know what I can do with the money more than somebody who has it that doesn't, really know what to do with it. I can give back. I can contribute. I can, make the world a better place. And the money helps, but the time freedom for me has been a blessing, such a blessing. I know Silva, you, Judy, and Stacy and Mara missed our little video. I think, Silva, you've seen the video with the bamboo plant, that it takes 5 years of planting the seeds, watering, and all that. So we were just sharing, some of the things maybe, what have been working for you, or maybe something you're struggling with, and maybe I can help you guys with that. So.
Can I add something? To go with that, how saying sometimes, with the bamboo and the 5 years, I just promoted a consultant today. I promoted Adinda, yay Adinda. But Adinda had used the products a few years ago. And then after I had reached out to her, after she had had her second son, just congratulating her. And then we were just kind of going back and forth. She was always on my Facebook, and she said, I remember I felt good on this, and she really needed the energy and all. And she got back on in August, and all these years she's been watching Denise and I in our posts, and it stayed with her. And now that she had her second child, she doesn't want to leave them home and go back to work. And now she reached out and said, I'm really thinking of this. We had a great conversation. And then I had her talk with Denise as well to hear Denise's side of it. And the last month we went by her and we spent a couple hours with her twice, today and a couple of weeks back. And she's consultant today, and she has other people reaching out. When she first said, I'm thinking of doing this as the business, Denise was setting up that PK Smith training. She told her, I think you should do it. Before she even became consultant, she did it. And it's helped her. And, now she's really excited about this because she was able to she got 2 people signed on today. She got the double PIBs. She got the $50 for the consultant bonus. Like, she already today made $250 by signing those 2 people in. She has other people. She did the Facebook Live because it was part of our homework with PK. So this was someone who a few years ago had signed on, and just did it for the products and stuff. But all those years, the 2 years we were still friends on Facebook. I went to high school with her husband, and just the energy, I just always loved her energy and always liked her pose, and same with her. And look, so it may not be right away, people, but it will come about, especially if we're giving out that right energy.
Well, circumstances change too, right? And people.
Exactly. Yeah, it opened her up more to it because Denise and I were like fighting over her son today, like holding him as we're helping her. You know, we would just go back and forth. And I'm like, I mean, I didn't want to leave him. So, you know, just imagine when you have your kids, everyone knows what that feels like who just holds a baby, you know? So it, like you said, something changed, and it, you know, and she thought of us and what this is, and she needed to feel good again as well. So, and, you know, it looks like, oh, you know, she signed on in August and she's consultant already, but she had used the products before. So it's not immediate business builder. So
That's awesome. I'll share a little story. A Saturday night, I was at a Halloween party at my friend Lisa's house, and she had hired a staff to come and cater, and the girl was cleaning up. There's one girl who was a bartender, one girl who was doing the food service. And Lisa just looked at them and she says, has this been your dream job? And they're like, no. I mean, is this how you want to make a living, by cleaning up after other people? You're here at 1:00 in the morning, and we're enjoying ourselves, and your kids are home, and you're here cleaning up after people. Don't you think that there's a better way? I mean, I have a better way for you. Would you be open to hearing more about it? Boom. There she goes. 2 new people that she's talking to. But just think about the people that you interact with, you know, every single day. It's, you know, we see so many people, and I know, Mary, you're saying you're afraid of talking to strangers, but we've been conditioned our whole life, don't talk to strangers, don't talk to strangers, don't talk to strangers. But just think about when you're walking out and about in your day, find one beautiful thing about every person that you meet or every person that you come in contact with, and just smile at them, because you don't know, people, they don't want to hear your story. They want to talk about themselves. Do you ever notice that? People love talking about themselves. They want to tell you their problems. They want to talk about their family. They want to talk about their kids. And you just open that little floodgate a little bit, they'll just keep telling you everything. Sometimes it's things you don't want to know. But you know what? That's how you make connections with people. And I feel like my business has thrived because I'm a good connector and I love people. Truly, like from my whole heart, I love people. So that comes out, you know? And if I'm fake about it, people are going to feel that. If you have to be authentic about it when you're doing it. But I feel like everybody that's on this call is very genuine and authentic about it. And if we just practice that just a little bit more, I even practice with my kids. Like every morning, I'm like, what are you grateful for? My daughter starts complaining and, you know, bitching and moaning about what's going on bad. She's like, her life is so horrible. I'm like, okay, tell me one good thing about your life today. And she'll say one thing. And then all of a sudden that negativity stops. You just really need to find the positive in the day. But if we live in that negative vibration, our whole day starts to decline, right? And it just really is amazing if you pay attention to it and really just say, like, you know, once you start like really getting upset, you know, say one thing that you're grateful for at that moment, because you can't come from a bad place if you're in gratitude, right? Once you're in gratitude, you feel happy. You just normally feel happy, right? I mean, just look at Maral. I just look at her and I feel happy, right? I love her and her hair. But she just makes me smile and happy. I know what she's been through. I know what she's overcome. And I know, like, God, I'm so freaking blessed. Like, just to even know her. Like, and for her to be so healthy right now and be with us and share this with other people. Like, we all really need to, like, be so grateful for what we have. We're changing people's health. We're changing people's lives, physically, financially, whatever it is that they're looking for. I like Silva's smile. I wonder if you guys all see the squares like I do. Anyway, Diane, you're a newbie. You want to share what's been going on with you?
Well, unfortunately, I've been working my other job. The girl that I work with has thyroid cancer. So she's been out and she had to get all this radioactive stuff put into her body. And so I've been working her shift and my shift. So I kind of not been doing too much isogenics. I have spoken to a couple of people. One girl's, I think I'm almost right there with her. I think I gave her some products to try and what have you. And so far she says she likes some. So I'm going to meet with her this weekend and hopefully sign her up.
Yeah, just share your story, Diane. Be you, because that's what people are attracted to. It's really just sharing your story.
Yeah.
How about you, Maral? What's been going on for you?
Well, yesterday we were at my sister's house for my niece's party, and her husband's cousins were in town from Toronto, and they stopped by. And when I heard Canada, I was like, bing! So I started talking to the wife, and you know, we were talking about health and wellness, and I told her everything I had been through, and then I'm doing isogenics now, and he asked me, you know, to tell her some more about it. So I friended her on Facebook, and I'm going to send her a text, ask her, you know, tell her to, I'm going to put her in Real People, Real Results. And, you know, just even a month ago, I would have just been intimidated by, she doesn't want to hear about me, but she was telling me about her job and her thing. And I was like, well, this is my job and my thing, you know, that
Exactly.
to become more and more comfortable talking like that, you know, this is about me. If she's talking about herself, I can say what I'm doing and then see where the conversation goes. And she was the one asking me more questions, so I kept going.
Yeah, all you have to say is, are you open to hearing more? Can I send you some info? Are you open to taking a look at this?
Yeah.
That's awesome. So you keep building your lists, keep writing them down, right? I love it. How about you, Stace, Judy?
You want to unmute. Hi, Susie. I don't know. For me, I found 3 years ago when I joined, I was signing people left and right. Now I'm doing all this personal development like every day, and I have not signed anybody up in a long time. I think I'm like, it was easier for me before I knew more. I don't know. I can't explain it.
Ignorance on fire. Totally. Ignorance on fire is always the best. The knowledge on ice really stinks sometimes. But you know what? Just keep having the conversations. It's practice. Keep talking. Are you talking to people? Or are you just okay? You know, and if you need help, let's do some 3-ways.
Okay.
That's what we're here for, you know? Just schedule it, see who's available. If I'm available, I'll do it for you. Anybody on the team can do a 3-way.
Okay. Thank you. I've never done one, so I don't know.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's practice it. I think if we could start practicing more of those, that's even better for us, right?
That would help me. Yeah.
Sharing our stories and seeing what the people are looking for, asking a lot of questions to see what, you know, to help fit their needs. How about Miss
Hi,
Judy
Susie.
Sheffield?
Hi, Susie, Judy.
How are you?
So, you know, last week was closure, honestly, on my health issues. And, you know, it had to do with a colonoscopy. That wasn't looking good in August, but then she wanted me to come back, and it was last weekend. Turned out to be positive. So I have a lot of freedom from that, and some things that were going on just health-wise last week. And so mentally I'm feeling more clarity, and you know, it's been good going through Susan Sly and Lisa's program Accelerate, and talking about triggers and kind of what's holding us back, and kind of defining, you know, writing out, you know, what it is, and kind of really digressing and diagnosing what's going on and what has happened in my life. And I found that developmental process really helpful, where it's given me more clarity than I felt in a long time, along with some things that were burdening me mentally right now. And you know, I'm 53, and I'm just very grateful for the fact that I got a clean bill of health last week. And
Yay!
yeah, it's great. And I didn't realize that how much that whole issue was holding me back from what I need to do in order to move forward, in order to bless people. So I'm just feeling in a different place, and I like the way I'm feeling, and I know that's going to transfer into how I talk to people and how I present and the posture that I have. So
Totally.
yeah, no, seriously. So really,
listen, if you don't have your health, you got nothing. Doesn't matter
That's
how rich
right.
you are, how big your house is. You don't have your health, you got nothing. So that's huge.
Right. And
I'm
my
so happy.
and my husband, and when I came out of Celebration, my husband, when I left Las Vegas, I got a call before I left Las Vegas, that my husband was in the hospital, and we didn't know what was going on with him, and his pressure was high. Never had that. And so I was scared for him. And in the process of all that in August, I was scared for him, but I was also getting results for me that weren't too clear. And so, now moving forward 3 months later, we have more clarity on our health. And to your point, when you have your health, it's clear. And so I feel much better. And it's a matter of acting. It comes from the posture of, I'm 53, and there are a lot of people. There are a lot of people who are in their 50s that have put their health by the wayside, and they're friends of mine on Facebook, and I just want to speak clearly to them. It's like, take care of your shit, just take care of it.
Well, how many people do you guys know that all of a sudden they have diabetes? Oh, I can't eat this, I can't eat that. But all along they've been eating it, right? People just wait for the diagnosis and then start taking care of themselves. This is health prevention, right? We're preventing it ahead of time instead of, health assurance instead of using insurance, I think. If that makes any sense, right?
It's true.
But we're coming up on the hour. I know Susan Sly's training is at 9, right, guys? And I don't want to keep you from that. But if there's anything else that you wanted to share last minute before we got off, or I wanted to remind everybody that there is a Super Saturday in New Jersey on November 4th. Angela Maresca is holding a Super Saturday. It's in Old Bridge. There's also another event, the PK Evolved Economy. I believe it's on the 17th of the month. I'll post it. This Thursday night, we're having a taste and talk at Teresa Catania's house in Wayne. For anybody who wants to come and bring their friends and guests, we would love to have you guys join us. And we're going to have something in Panera, but I'm not sure of the date yet because I didn't get in touch with Panera yesterday. So, all right, guys. Well, thanks for getting on, and I'm going to post this in the event. So if you guys want to watch the video again, it'll be on there. I appreciate all of you.
Thanks,
Have a
Susan.
great night, guys.
Bye.
Bye.